Hello, I'm Enzo, and today I'll be showing the strategy that I used to beat Admiral Graf's Spee. Her intel is basically she has shields and a summon. The summon spawns 27 seconds after the battle starts, and the time it spawns again after defeating it seems to vary, but if I had to guess, it's probably around 27 seconds. My strategy for beating this challenge is battleships and large cruisers. Battleship armor piercing is great for medium armor enemies, and more importantly, secondary guns. Her summon freezes your vanguard ships in place, so they usually can't hit it. So your battleship secondaries have to take care of it. And large cruisers do amazing AP damage for vanguard ships. For the ships I use, this is my normal medium armor setup. New Jersey, cause New Jersey, and the firepower anti-air for more firepower. She has no fire control radar, so she fires after Bismarck's Way. Bismarck's Way is insanely overpowered for many reasons, but great AP damage and secondary guns. Vanguard is only useful for her skill that makes enemies take 10% more damage. That's the only reason I have her here. Kronstadt for her amazing AP damage and tankiness. I gave her the ultra rare CL gun because of her high firepower stat. This also gives her amazing wave clear. The Fumo 25 for some extra firepower, and of course VH armor plating for more tankiness. If I have to explain Helena, you don't have her or you don't use her. Get Helena in that case. Plymouth for her very balanced 3 main gun base, very balanced gun itself, and 18% more flagship damage as a bonus. Oh yeah, submarines, just like last time, are useless. Except for Royal Fortune. She actually does decent damage against medium armor, unlike other submarines. For other ships, I believe that Implaceable with 2 AP fighters could do some serious damage, and perhaps other carriers that can carry fighters like that. But the most important ships you can put in your fleet if you're struggling with this fight are healers. Unicorn is probably the best healer in the game, at least in my opinion, so definitely get her if you can, and her retrofit. Aquila also does great damage and does healing if you have 2 fighters equipped, so a good ship I recommend. I don't use Perseus because she's only good for short battles, not long battles like these. So in that case, my other recommendation is actually Arizona. You could also use Ryuho, but I think Arizona has great potential with her augment. I haven't tested this though, so I'm not 100% sure. At this rate, I'm just going to assume that all of the extreme challenges will just be endurance tests, which I like way more than one-shot bullet hells, so I appreciate that. My Vanguard is very tanky, so I don't have to worry too much about dodging projectiles, but it's a good thing to practice either way. Helena and Plymouth will shred her shelling shields. Try to say that 3 times fast. But I don't think they'll block battleship shells. Oh, come on. Man, why did I write the script like this? The main thing you have to worry about in this fight is her summon, Shelley. If you don't defeat this summon within 9 seconds, Spee will be healed for 5% of her health. And because Shelley freezes your Vanguard in place, this is where battleship secondaries come in handy. This is why my Vanguard usually stays close to my main fleet. I think the battle isn't that difficult, it just takes longer than other battle types. So pretty self-explanatory. Just spam your guns at her and stay relatively close to your main fleet so that your battleship secondaries can deal with the summon. But if you manage to get far enough away from the summon before it freezes you in place, then your Vanguard ships can usually one-shot it. Spee also supposedly takes more damage after the summon is destroyed, but I didn't really notice it that much. I would have to look at the footage very closely, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Endurance battles are just that, endurance battles. There's not much else to say. Just spam all your guns, don't die, potentially use a healer. Yeah, kind of boring, but at least a lot easier than one-shot bullet hell EX challenges. In my opinion, Bismarck Zwei is the most overpowered ultra rare ship in the game at this point. And besides that, you can see normal numbers for everyone else. Kronstadt somehow manages to do more than a battleship, but I mean British battleship to be completely fair. And like I was saying, useless submarines, except for Royal Fortune, which is kind of odd, but Royal Fortune does kind of cheese the game in some places. Just like the last video, this isn't a hyper sweaty optimized fleet. This is just my strategy and some of the stuff I recommend to beat this boss. I thought these bosses were going to be permanent, but I guess that's the mode that's permanent, not the bosses. They're going to change every month. I guess one of these videos is going to come out every month then. So I hope you guys enjoy them. If you did, consider leaving a like, maybe even subscribing. Anyways, this is going to be Enzo from LookIntoGaming signing out. Also, thank you for watching. I forgot to mention that in there.